What if I told you that there are creatures so powerful that not even the gods are safe? Creatures that can devour suns, topple mountains, and destroy the entire universe with a single move. Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? Well, these mythological beasts are not just tales, they are the darkest nightmares that the gods themselves fear to face. Today, I bring you a top of mythological creatures so destructive that they could wipe out even the most powerful deities of all cultures. Want to find out who the real god hunters are? Stick around, because in this video you will see the most lethal beasts that exist in legends from all over the world. Number 1. Bakunawa. The Bakunawa is a sea dragon that attempts to devour the moon and, in some versions of the myth, the gods themselves. This dragon is a representation of chaos and destruction, and although the gods are said to have succeeded in stopping it in its attempts to devour the moon, its power remains a constant threat. Number 2. Nidhog. We are transported to the cold, dark world of Norse mythology, where powerful creatures inhabit both the skies and the depths of the earth. Nidhogg is a gigantic dragon at the roots of the Yggdrasil tree, the pillar that supports the universe. Nidhogg gnaws at the roots of this sacred tree, seeking to destroy the cosmic balance and wipe out the gods. Although not directly related to the destruction of a particular god, Nidhogg's destructive power is such that, if he succeeds in his mission, he could destroy the very structure of the universe and all the Norse gods. Number 3. Apus. In the Egyptian pantheon, Apus is a giant serpent that represents chaos. Every night, Apus attempts to devour Ra, the sun god, as he sails through the underworld in his sunboat. The confrontation between Ra and Apus is a symbol of the eternal conflict between order and chaos, light and darkness. Although Ra always manages to defeat Apus with the help of other gods, the threat is constant. If Apus ever succeeds in devouring Ra, the sun will never rise again, and the order of the world will be destroyed, with catastrophic consequences for gods and humans. Number 4. Raavana. Moving on to Hindu mythology, we find Raavana, a demon king with 10 heads and 20 arms, whose power and ambition almost lead him to defeat the god Rama, an incarnation of the god Vishnu. Raavana is the main antagonist in the epic Hindu poem Ramayana, where he kidnaps Rama's wife Sita, unleashing a series of epic events. Raavana was a master of combat and magic, and although he was eventually defeated by Rama, his powers were so vast that even the gods feared his wrath. His story is a reminder that even the mightiest gods can be challenged by demonic creatures. Number 5. Baylor. In Celtic mythology, Baylor is a giant feared by all because of his deadly eye. It is said that his eye could kill anyone who crossed his path, including the gods. Baylor led the Fomorians, a race of demonic beings who opposed the gods. Baylor was finally assassinated by his grandson Lugh, who shot him a stone to the eye. But before his death, Baylor was a terrifying threat to the Celtic gods, and his gaze was enough to cause destruction in his wake. Number 6. Humbaba. In ancient Mesopotamian legends, Humbaba was the fearsome guardian of the cedar forest, appointed by the gods to protect it. His appearance was so terrifying that even the lesser gods feared him. Although in the Epic of Gilgamesh he is defeated by the heroes Gilgamesh and Enkidu, Humbaba's power was such that his fury could unleash natural catastrophes. His death at the hands of Gilgamesh and Enkidu provoked the wrath of the gods, demonstrating that even the gods do not always have total control over their own creations. Number 7. Yamata No Orochi. In Japan, the myth of Yamata No Orochi describes an 8-headed, 8-tailed dragon that devoured maidens every year. This colossal dragon was so powerful that even the gods feared to face him. It was finally defeated by the god of storms, Susanoo, who used his cunning and bravery to defeat the beast. Although Susanoo was victorious, Yamata No Orochi's destructive power was such that, had he won, he could have unleashed chaos on the divine and mortal world. Number 8. Taot. Taot is a mythological creature from ancient China, described as a ravenous being that devours everything in its path, including the gods. It is often depicted as a monster with a gigantic mouth and an insatiable appetite. Its ability to consume everything it encounters, including the gods themselves, makes it one of the most feared creatures in Chinese mythology. Number 9. Zipacna. In Aztec mythology, Zipacna is a ravenous sea monster that was hungry for gods. According to legend, the gods decided to use his body to create the earth, but Zipacna was not defeated without a fight. His ability to devour the gods and resist their control makes him a formidable threat. Number 10. Zipacna. Zipacna, brother of the fearsome Cabrakan, is a prominent figure in Mayan mythology. He possesses enormous strength that allows him to move mountains, and his ambition and power made him a threat even to the gods. According to legends, Zipacna was finally defeated by trickery, but not before proving that even the gods can be challenged by a creature of such strength. Number 11. Amaru. In Inca mythology, Amaru is a giant serpent that has the power to devour mountains and gods alike. He is associated with fertility and the waters, but his fearsome appearance and destructive capacity make him a force to be reckoned with. Although there are no explicit accounts of Amaru killing gods, his ability to destroy the physical world makes him a latent threat to the Inca pantheon. Number 12. Mo'o. The Mo'o are giant dragons that inhabit the bodies of water in Hawaii. They are said to have the ability to control rain and floods, allowing them to unleash destruction on the land, and, in theory, to defy the gods if they wish. The Mo'o's ability to annihilate entire territories through floods makes them one of the most feared forces in Hawaiian mythology. Number 13. Typhon. In ancient Greece, where myths abound and the gods of Olympus, though powerful, were not exempt from facing cosmic threats, Typhon is perhaps the most terrifying creature of all. This monstrous giant had 100 dragon heads, each spitting fire. According to myth, Typhon was the last and most fearsome son of Gaia, the earth, and Tartarus, the underworld. His size was so enormous that he could reach the stars. Zeus, the king of the gods, was the only one who was able to confront Typhon, but not without difficulty. During their battle, Typhon managed to seriously wound Zeus, almost defeating him. Finally, after a fierce contest, Zeus managed to imprison Typhon under Mount Etna, from where, according to legend, his roars are still heard in the form of volcanic eruptions. Number 14. Tornarsuk. Tornarsuk is an evil spirit in Inuit mythology that has the power to control nature and cause calamity. His ability to alter the weather and unleash storms makes him an entity feared even by the gods of the Inuit people. Number 15. Koser, the Immortal. In Slavic mythology, Koser the Immortal is a dark wizard with such great power that he defied gods and heroes alike. As his name implies, he was immortal, and only through a complicated ritual could he be defeated. Koser is such a feared figure that even the gods must tread carefully when confronting him. Number 16. Rainbow Serpent. The rainbow serpent is one of the most powerful creatures in Australian Aboriginal mythology. It has the power to shape the world, create rivers and mountains, but also to destroy it if it wishes. Although it is generally associated with creation, its destructive capacity is so great that it could defy the gods themselves and unleash chaos if enraged. Number 17. Usum Galu. The Usum Galu is a Sumerian mythological creature described as a lion dragon. This beast was feared by the gods for its ability to upset the cosmic balance. While there are not many details about its defeat or its confrontation with the gods, its power and potential threat were enough to cause concern among the deities. Number 18. Loton. Loton is a giant sea monster that shares similarities with the biblical Leviathan. In Ugaritic texts, Loton is a primordial threat that endangers the stability of the cosmos. If not defeated, Loton could destroy the heavens and the earth, along with the gods that inhabit them. Number 19. Azidahaka. Azidahaka is a three-headed demonic dragon in Persian mythology, whose immortal power is such that he is destined to bring about the end of the world. In Zoroastrianism, he is one of the main agents of evil, and his defeat is essential for the survival of the cosmos. However, his power is such that even the gods fear him, and his existence represents a constant threat to the divine creation. Number 20. Ilanka. In Hittite mythology, Ilanka is a serpent dragon who challenged the sky god, Tarhun. Although Tarhun finally manages to defeat him, the battle was so intense that the Hittite gods feared Ilanka's power. This being represents the chaotic forces of nature that can challenge the gods if not kept under control. Number 21. Leviathan. Similar to Loton, the Leviathan in Ugaritic mythology is a giant sea serpent that threatens cosmic stability. He is mentioned in several texts as a primordial beast that must be defeated in order for the cosmos to maintain its order. Number 22. Vitra. In Vedic mythology, Vitra is a gigantic serpent that contained all the waters of the world. He was defeated by Indra, the god of thunder, who released the waters and restored the balance of the cosmos. Had Vitra succeeded, he would have destroyed not only the gods, but the entire universe. Number 23. Behemoth. In Hebrew mythology, the behemoth is a colossal earthly beast symbolizing chaos. Although it is generally associated with final judgment, its destructive power is such that it could devastate the divine creation. Number 24. Bulgasari. The Bulgasari is a creature in Korean mythology that devours metal. Although not directly related to the destruction of the gods, its ability to consume weapons and divine defenses makes it a serious threat to any being, mortal or immortal. Number 25. Koromu. In the mythology of the Ainu people, originally from Japan, Koromu is a gigantic divine octopus that dwells in the waters. This creature has the ability to devour entire ships, and its fury is so feared that even the gods of the sea are afraid of it. Koromu is a sea beast that represents the indomitable forces of the ocean, and if his wrath were fully unleashed, there would be no god who could stop him. Number 26. Wekufe. In Mapuche mythology, the Wekufe are evil spirits associated with darkness and destruction. These beings are capable of corrupting and destroying the lesser gods, becoming a constant threat to the divine order. The Wekufe represent the dark and chaotic forces that can unleash evil in both the world of humans and the gods. Number 27. Puakai. The Puakai is a feared creature in Maori mythology. It is a giant eagle, so powerful that it could hunt any being, including the gods. According to legends, the Puakai had an enormous destructive ability, capable of wiping out anything that got in its way. This creature represents the danger of nature unleashed and the ability of natural forces to wipe out everything, even the divinities. Number 28. Tuchulcha. Tuchulcha is a feared creature in Etruscan mythology, hailing from the underworld. With the power to control death and punish the gods, Tuchulcha is a force to be feared even by divine beings. In legends, this being symbolizes the uncontrollable power of the underworld, capable of affecting gods and mortals alike. Number 29. Devi. The Devi are giants that inhabit the Caucasus Mountains in Georgian mythology. These beings, endowed with immense strength and powers over nature, challenge both gods and heroes. The Devi represent the chaotic and destructive forces of nature, and their ambition to control the world makes them a constant threat to the gods. Number 30. Abasi. In the mythology of the Tunguska peoples of Siberia, the Abasi are evil demons that inhabit the underworld. These beings are so dangerous that they can take both humans and gods if they dare to descend into their domain. The Abasi are the epitome of subterranean chaos, and their power over souls and destruction makes them feared enemies of the gods. Number 31. Simurgh. The Simurgh is a powerful creature in Afghan mythology. Although she is often benevolent and represents wisdom, her power is so vast that, if she wished, she could destroy the gods with her immense knowledge and magical abilities. Number 32. Mythology Big. Mythology Big is a gigantic water serpent that inhabits the lakes and rivers of Alcyon mythology. Its power over the waters is so great that it could flood the earth and drown the gods who oppose it. Number 33. Asura Mahishasura. Mahishasura, a buffalo demon in Tamil mythology, defied the gods and nearly defeated them before being vanquished by the goddess Durga. His power was such that no male god could defeat him, forcing the gods to ask Durga for help. Mahishasura is capable of putting the divine pantheon in check. Number 34. Uktena. In Cherokee mythology, Uktena is a giant horned serpent whose power is feared by gods and mortals alike. Uktena is said to have the ability to destroy the gods if his fury is aroused, making him one of the most fearsome creatures in Cherokee mythology.